Is there anything else I could get you?
To go back, I don't think I'm comfortable eating here and now.
So this video says, when I'm visiting a friend's parents up north and I'm using my manners like yes sir and yes ma'am, and my friend says we don't use all that slave talk here. Like, I'm sorry, but y'all literally just be on the internet making stuff up. First of all, plenty of people who are Northerners say yes sir and yes ma'am. In fact, I say that to everybody. It's not even like you got to be older to me. You can be younger than me. I call everybody sir, everybody ma'am. It's just a sign of respect. Now, I will not say that all Northerners do this because, like, for example, one time I called somebody older than me ma'am, right? And she was like, oh, please don't call me that. Like, it makes me feel old. And I was like, okay, like, whatever, right? But that's not uncommon in the North at all, okay? Now, this is my thing. I promise you this right now. Everybody down south not saying yes sir and yes ma'am either. Like, everybody not saying it. Maybe you say it, same way I say it, but everybody's not saying it, right? And I'm just like, this is my thing, okay? This is my thing. Let's really be for real, because I'm going to look at this from both sides. I'm not just going to immediately write him off, right? Now, I ain't going to hold you. That might be a joke that a Northerner might make, because, like, if I see somebody from the south eating some old raccoon or some shit, I might very well be like, yeah, y'all niggas still eating that slave shit down there or whatever. Like, that might very well be a joke that a Northerner might make. But the fact that your dumb ass took it seriously and really thought that Northerners don't say yes sir and yes ma'am, like, come on now. You want to know what I think it is? I think that some of you guys are always looking for a way to be better than other groups of people, okay? And for example, I made a video a while ago, and I think I remember the title of it. If I do, I'll put it up here, right? It was I think she was African. I think it was an African girl, but I don't remember, right? She was cooking, and then she said, when my African-American boyfriend thinks that I'm going to make Alfredo for Sunday dinner, but really I'm making ububu soup or something, whatever, some African shit, right? Now, my thing is this. What African-American is eating Alfredo, period, really, but for Sunday dinner? Like, are you serious? Like, you clearly made this up. Look, for the most part, African-Americans don't really eat Alfredo. And clearly you guys have been studying us online, so you see all this discourse about how Alfredo is like the easiest meal to make. So whenever a girl is trying to impress a guy, she gets some jarred Alfredo or whatever, right? So clearly y'all saw that discourse, but I'm going to tell you right now, Alfredo is not a common dish in the African-American community. Now, you know what is? Spaghetti. My mama made spaghetti so much when I was growing up, I don't eat it to this day. It's not like it's nasty or anything, but I had enough spaghetti to last a lifetime, okay? Spaghetti is very common in the Black American community, and depending on where you're from, some people eat it as a main dish, some people eat it as a side. Like, I'm from Detroit. In Detroit, people eat spaghetti as a side with fried fish, right? So, again, it depends on where you're from, how you eat it, but Black Americans eat a lot of spaghetti, right? We not eating no Alfredo, and especially not for Sunday dinner, right? Like, what, bro? Like, you literally just made up this interaction. There's no way you're dating an African-American guy. He was like, yeah, we eat Alfredo for Sunday dinner. There's no way that happened, right? But she is trying her hardest to pretend like her culture is better than somebody else's. That's why she made this goofy shit up. The same way, that is why this dude made this goofy shit up. You really about to sit here and tell me that nobody in the North says yes, sir, or yes, ma'am? And, like, what, bro? Like, what? Come on, y'all too old for this. All you have to do, if the point of your post was to point out the fact that you're from the South and you want to point out whatever aspect of your culture, all you have to do is make a post and be like, where my Southerners at, check in, period, I, period, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even have to make up this corny ass scenario or pretend that if somebody did say this shit, they were serious. Nobody's fucking serious about that. Everybody up here says yes, sir, yes, ma'am. Like, y'all are just, I'm not going to hold y'all. Y'all have very, like, narrow world views. Y'all have tunnel vision. You don't know anything about what is going on around you, or especially not in other places or anything. Like, y'all are so poorly traveled, just like so uncultured. You know what I'm saying? Take the time, and if you got the money and stuff, because, you know, of course, traveling costs money and PTO and all of that stuff. So my point is not to be classist, because, bitch, I'm broke. The fuck? Like, but I really want y'all to travel more and actually experience things, because y'all go one place and be like, oh yeah. Like, you meet one person one family from the north who apparently ain't had no home training, and suddenly northerners don't say yes sir, yes ma'am. Do you realize how stupid you sound? Like, I'm not gonna hold y'all. Sometimes black southerners give me white people vibes. Like, y'all are very white coded. And let me expound on what I mean by that, right? So I recently posted a video about how white people be real passive aggressive. Like, real passive aggressive. So then when you get back with them, they be like, oh, I'm the victim here, because I mean, even though they started it, they were passive about it, right? So if you confront them directly and you straight up, then they can still paint themselves as the victim, right? And that's a white person thing, period. Don't get me wrong. That's a white person thing, period. They do that up north. They do that down south, right? But it's like really associated with white southerners, because white southerners will be up in your black ass face like, hey, darling, how you doing? While they're in the KKK, right? Like, literally, okay? So it's really associated with white southerners. That's southern hospitality. In fact, I feel like southern hospitality is like being facetious. Like, oh yeah, you're hospitable, but you're in the KKK. Like, seriously, right? Like, I don't think people were actually serious when they started talking about southerners being hospitable, right? But anyway, my point is this. Low-key, I get the vibes from black southerners too. Like, y'all kind of be on the same thing. Like, again, that passive aggressive thing, But then you turn around and be like, oh, but we're, like, we're hospitable, southern hospitality. And it's like, no, you're not. Who are you fooling, buddy?